welcome to this episode of Creativity Conversations, where we're exploring the theme, Follow the Fascination. This phrase, gifted to us by Debra Zachau, invites us to see fascination not just as a fleeting interest, but as a sacred creative compass. Along with Linda de Gonzalez, we'll wander into the glimmers, whispers, and nudges that pull us curiously, mysteriously toward what's next, whether it begins with a strange idea, a shimmering image, or a question that won't leave you alone. Following the fascination means trusting that spark even before it makes sense. Everybody, please welcome Debra and Linda to this Creativity Conversations. Can you believe this is Creativity Conversations number 10?
It's wonderful. It's a good number.
It is a good number. Look at that. And my guests, all of their links are below. And
thank you.
Any idea what you should be doing?
Like and subscribe.
Personally?
Well, yes, you should be
like and subscribing.
I'm also going to encourage you as you're listening. We're going to invite you in on this conversation. We've got some thought-provoking questions, things to get your, the juices flowing. If you know somebody who you think might enjoy this conversation, please share this with them.
Mm-hmm.
As always, I am Tarot Stash. I appreciate you being here. And this is for entertainment purposes only.
Oh,
do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really. So, yeah, I'm not, I am not licensed. I'm licensed to drive in my state. So beyond that, yeah, no. Anyhow.
That's funny.
Debra, how are you?
Fantastic. Wonderful. Happy.
Love that. Love that. Linda, how are you?
The same, actually. I'm really, really happy right now being here with you guys and with the chatters. I'm overjoyed, actually.
I love it. I'm thrilled to be here. We planned this over a month and a half ago.
Yeah, a while ago.
It's been a while. So I do want to thank everybody for joining us. This is great to see everyone. And I am very excited, so excited. I just want to get into the topics. And the first thing is this: when you hear the phrase "follow the fascination," what stirs within you? What stirs? Who would like to go first?
It starts out like a little idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's fascinating yet because I'm always looking to grow my vocabulary with spirit, grow my modalities with spirit, my tools. I take 5 classes, and I'll take a little bit of each because we're all remixing.
Yes.
And we're unique because we move our own experiences into that. So I'm always open to that. So whether it's a dud or a blessing, it doesn't matter. If I have an idea, just a question, then I'll follow it. And how you follow it, you have to do it at the level of action. Sometimes it's in your mind and you can overdo it and it doesn't come into action. But even going to your computer and typing out what is ABC to see where it leads you with little links, that is moving it into reality, into this world. And then it'll burn out, an idea or two will just burn out and say, oh, fizzy, it's gone. But then others will take hold and I'll go for a month with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I follow my fascination.
I love that.
Yeah.
And Linda, I'm going to actually step back a second. This phrase, follow the fascination, I attribute to you.
Thank you.
And so can you give us a little bit of an origin story of it?
Yes. Oh no, her name just Andrea Hess from the Empowered Soul. I took some classes, my soul realignment, my Akashic record stuff from her, and she had a theory that I just picked up and ran with. That follow your fascination. That's what part of her thing. But then I went a little farther with that phrase, and I thought, what is more important than that? And there really isn't anything. When I undressed it, it was like, there's no other reason why you were born but to follow your fascination. Now let me finish just a second with this. One more thing. Following your fascination doesn't mean that you're going to create, a new pen, right? It means an idea that you're going to have the right combination of words at the right time to change the masses. So fascination is different. So I believe that when we're born and we allow and give space to following our fascination, some will fizzle out, others will bring you to a moment of great change that you can become someone's hero.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I found it. So she said, follow your fascination. And then I went farther with that. And so you're only born, that's your only job. People say, why am I born? It's to follow your fascination, because that communication with spirit will get you to the right place.
Yeah. And who is the person again who you?
Andrea Hess. Hess, and she has 2 R's in her name, Andrea. It's called the Empowered Soul and Soul Realignment. She's her process is quite unique, and so I studied her deeply. And then, as I do with everybody, I take away things that I don't align with, and I keep what I want.
I love that. Yeah. So, Linda, what is fascination? What do you think of when you hear that phrase?
I think of seeing beautiful things that I want to learn how to make.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fascinated by beauty. I'm fascinated by art and music and good writing, good storytelling, and being a part of it and participating in it, like as an observer, looking at it and interacting with it. It just makes me go, oh my God, this is so beautiful. I wish I knew how to do that,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
When I hear the phrase follow your fascination, what stirs in me is confusing, because I go, ooh, that's going to be fun. That's going to be a great rabbit hole. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And then I get overwhelmed with all of these ideas and these things that capture my attention.
Yeah.
So for me, it can be a bit overwhelming following my fascination, because in my mind, if I have an idea, I need to do something with it.
Yeah.
That need to do something with it just isn't, writing it down isn't enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt that way when I had a day job.
Okay.
I felt that way when I had a day job, and I'd go to art openings. I loved art openings.
Yeah.
And, but then I stopped. I slowed going down because it would be so inspiring. All the art would be so inspiring that I couldn't get my head back into the game to make money. And so it could be your schedule, Gerald, that you have set up, and to go into something that interests you would take time out of your schedule. And I know that you really book yourself up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm better with it. I've been
good.
paying attention for the month of July. I'm like, I really like these things. These are what's fascinating to me. These conversations. This just in, or a little bit ago, Beth said, "Oh, fizzy, fizzy," stealing that one.
Yes.
Yes.
Steal everything, anything.
Yeah. More and more people have come in, so I really want to give a hello to the best chatters, the work lurkers, the best lurkers, and of course the future lurkers.
Future lurkers.
Thank you for being here. Now, I have a question: is what's the difference between brainstorming and fascination following?
Well, oh, sorry.
Go.
Go,
You have
go for it.
something.
Yeah, brainstorming is something that happens with at least one other person. Fascination, for me at least, I'm speaking strictly for myself, it's totally internal. I don't need anybody to be fascinated. I need an idea. I need some source of some spark. It can be a YouTube video. It can be an idea that somebody just drops and walks away from, and I am sparked and I'm curious and I follow it and I keep going. But it's an entirely individual, solitary. Until I share it with people, it's a solitary process, the process of fascination. But you can't and you can be fascinated by ideas you get in brainstorming, but the brainstorming requires at least one other participant. So yeah, I don't need any participants to be fascinated by something.
Okay.
I think brainstorming is what you do after you have an idea that you want to tease out.
Oh, okay.
I can give you an example, a real life example. It's just happened.
Please.
All right. Okay. Picture me doing this at my computer, digging my book. I'm on chapter 8, digging it. And in my side hustle, and my side hustle, it says, oh, I would really like to get this done before fourth quarter to get it up and for sale for Christmas season, October, November, December. And will I be able to do that? That's in my side gig. And I'm still doing my chapter 8. And then I thought, oh, I also wanted to put out a Christmas story.
Aww.
And I slowed down on my typing and I zoned out and I thought, where would that go? What would that look like? And a poem came to me. 'Twas the night before Christmas and all through the house, the family was scattered. It was just me and the mouse. I thought that would be a good starting. And then as I'm still writing chapter 8, I'm thinking, where could I go with that? What age group would that be for? It would be me and a mouse, so it would have to be quite young. And it fizzied out. Fizzled out. But then I thought, and I went back to just right into my 8th chapter and just running. And then my side gig comes in and says, what about? And it gave me an idea. And I stopped in mid-type. And a story came to me, but this is the weird part. Only between the middle and the end did I get the story. I didn't get the beginning. I still don't have the beginning yet.
Oh, interesting.
It had never happened before. So what I did was I set chapter 8 aside and hammered out, like brainstorming, because I have this now, brainstorming the outline of what I want to have happened in a story, a Christmas story. And so how I do it, the same way as I paint, if I paint something, I draw, sketch out what I want to paint, and then I do the base and then a little bit more. But then for the most part, I finish 90% of where I'm at before I go to the next section. And that's the way I write too. So when I write, I go back and I edit and re-edit and get it as best I can immediately. So I was up till 2 a.m. on that one, but it was there 4 hours. 4 hours. So the brainstorming happened after the idea of a Christmas story came in. So, but I got my little side gig up there, always thinking.
There you go. Well, and I'm thinking about what the two of you have said. It also goes back. It's just like, which comes first, fascination or a brainstorm?
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about what you said, Linda. That fascination for you as individual.
Yeah.
Um,
Internal. Yeah.
internal. Um, so I was thinking about that. Brainstorming is definitely something external for me.
Yeah. Me too.
Let me rephrase that. It works better for me when my brainstorming is external. There's engagement. And I think fascination is fueled by people around me who are willing to go, ooh, look at that, and to encourage. Because I like to surround myself with people who they're going to celebrate my fascination and the rabbit holes or whatever you want to call it. So there's this weird little balance. And, with this question, brainstorming is let's get everything out there. And then you pull back and you group. I think when you put all of those components together, suddenly it's like you're putting, you're creating the alchemy of this. And when you put certain elements next to each other, they interact. It's like, ooh, ooh, okay.
Interesting.
I'm following that one.
What's interesting is I am totally solitary. See, there's different ways people can manifest their fascination. And that is, I have found that if I have an idea that I start brainstorming with another person, the energy of what I had first gotten dissipates and it becomes something else. And something I'm not as interested in. And I did have a friend of mine come up and say, you know what I admire about you? You do whatever you want. And I thought, what does that mean? What does that even mean? And I think it's because when you have someone has an idea of what they might want to do, I think I want to study science or, art or something like that. What do you think about that? When you have people that say, what do you think about that? Let's bounce this off of. And then you weigh the pros and cons through another person. That will kill that'll harsh your buzz every time. At least it does mine.
Yeah. Well, and I think what you've just described is an important thing. We have to notice our own flow and our own energy.
Yeah.
Just like what Linda said. Yep.
So, because there are times when I'm like going, Jeffrey will come in and talk to me, and I'm looking at him and I'm like going, I'm not even saying anything because I'm doing this stuff in my head. And it's nice to surround yourself with people who get it.
Yes. That part. Yeah.
That's important.
And it's like, Debra, if you and I were in a space together physically, and I saw you suddenly stare off into space, yes. I am like going, first of all, I'm going to take notes on what you do because this is fascinating in and of itself. But I'm also, energetically, what I'd love to see is I would love to see what your colors look like when you are in your own fascination, in your own brainstorming.
Oh, inside mine, the colors?
I would just love to observe it. If I could see the colors of you, what would you like to be in that space?
What would be popping off? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
What are your thoughts, Linda? And then I'm going to.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't thinking. I was just enjoying the moment. I wasn't doing anything at all. Sorry.
No. Okay. This is an apology-free zone, everybody. We're following the fascination wherever it goes.
I'm fascinated by what the two of you are saying. I really am, and just following it. I wasn't actually thinking about what I should be saying. So
Good.
sorry about that. I was, I like what Fogo Pogo has to say, and I agree with you. Well, no, I shouldn't say that I agree. It works the same way with me, Kaylee. It has to be something specific that fascinates me. So for a while I was really fascinated by shoemaking. Okay, so I was looking at all these YouTube videos and seeing if I could find a course here, somewhere close by and inexpensive, that relatively speaking, that I could take and learn how to actually make a pair of shoes for myself, because some of those are just gorgeous and some can be made with very little specific, like special equipment. Anyway, that was my fascination for like 6 months last year.
Love that. Yeah.
Cool.
And Kaylee has said fascination to me is focus on something specific versus brainstorming is more fluid.
Yeah.
And then Pamela has said fascination is the firework in the sky. The fascination is the afterthought. Gee, how does that work? Well, you know what? I think I think it works.
Yeah.
Maru said brainstorming is your thoughts creating things. Fascination is following things, creating thoughts. Fascination following is things creating thoughts. Okay. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm trying to get my head around that. And it's sort of like, oh, this is an interesting thing. It's like, somebody famous said, things have to happen at the level of action.
What?
Yeah, Debra was talking about you can do all this, but you have to do something with it. You have to follow the level of action.
No, you don't.
Well, if you want to manifest it, we'll talk about that. By the way,
you went to find out how to make shoes.
That's but it turns out that I'm still fascinated by it, but it turns out that the courses that are available are actually very expensive and are not going to give me the results that I want. I would have to do like an apprenticeship with an actual student. But that's okay. Like I don't mind that. That's fine. I'm still fascinated by the process, and I still watch the YouTube videos and a pair of wingtip Oxfords and all.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, they're gorgeous.
I love that. Yes. Well, and MLR said brainstorming typically has a goal in mind, in its usual meaning, at least. I hear you. I hear you. Okay, so
yeah, that's true.
So here you go. How does fascination lead the way? I'm going to toss something out there. From when I think about this, oftentimes there's a couple of different lenses that we can look at it. You can look at it from the improv lens. And we talked about that in brainstorming, Linda, the idea of yes and.
Yeah.
Yes and yes and building that. But then there's also the idea of looking at it as a creative process, to where you have to be able to notice what grabs your attention. That's a key thing. Where is it? What's the indication that we are noticing something that is fascinating? It's like, and then, by the way, do we let ourselves follow that a bit?
That's the important part.
I think a lot of times we are taught not to follow that.
Yeah, I agree.
I
agree, because I mean, like just as a rough example, the fascination with shoemaking. What is a woman in her 70s even thinking about learning how to make shoes? Okay, like what is the point? You're never gonna work at a job.
You finally want a pair of shoes that are comfortable and fit?
No, actually, my feet are really easy to fit. My shoes are not a problem.
Work with me here, Linda. Yes, and.
Yeah, shoes are not a problem. And it's just, they're beautiful. And I wanted to participate in making that beauty for bodies. Okay.
Yeah.
And I can't.
Yeah.
Realistically, I cannot. So, but that doesn't stop me from being fascinated with it and taking it as far as I can
Yeah.
for the moment. So there's lots of reasons people will give themselves and each other to not be interested, to
Sure.
be apathetic, maybe is the right word, about the wonders that are around us, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need extra time. I do have a question that I'm going to toss out. Why
Please.
is it? Why is it? So when I go to edit my book or work on my book, or I love that time, and time goes fast,
Yeah.
and I don't age. I swear I don't age, and I'm so refreshed afterwards. But why is it that I need to do the dishes first. Oh, I better walk the dogs. Oh, I should prepare something for, it's like I have these little tasks that I put in front of myself before sitting down, and I can't reconcile. I have ideas about why that is, because I don't want to be distracted once I'm in that realm. I don't want to have the dogs want to go out, right? But it really can put a damper on my day.
Yeah.
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 And you know what, that largely that's the whole Protestant work ethic. You can't have fun without
To the
paying
work
for it. Okay.
without the work done. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to work, and it can't be fun. And if you're going to have, well, it's okay. So in Canada, we tax liquor and tobacco and weed now because it's legal in our country. And uh, and that comes from that whole Puritan thing, that if the sin tax, okay?
Oh yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah, so if you want to sin, we're going to let you, but you're going to pay for it, okay? And then that'll be okay by us people, by us the rulers. So what you're talking about is sort of the microcosm on a very personal level of, if I want to have fun, I got to pay for it by doing all my work first. I got to eat my supper before I get my dessert. I got to do my chores before I go out to play.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's interesting.
Um, Beth says, Deborah, I do that too. I'm not sure it's work ethic related. I feel it's more pathological than that,
Yeah, I
like
agree. I
fear
agree.
based somehow.
Yeah,
Fear.
it is absolutely fear-based, and that is what the work ethic is based on. That whole Puritan Protestant work ethic is
Interesting.
all based on fear. So you're
Fear
absolutely
of fear of wait, I lost it. Fear of what?
fear of retribution, fear of divine retribution, fear of social
Huh.
outcasting, fear of lots of different, fear of not having enough, fear of um, being poor.
I think one of my fears is my anger level when I go up. If something disturbs me, see,
Uh,
Gerald, you're so nice. Jeffrey can come in and you just go like that. But it's almost like I hit the roof. So how can't you see I'm creating here? So,
uh,
and when it rips me away like that, it's like I don't like that feeling. I don't like being mad at my dogs for wanting to go outside. I don't like that at all. So I think I want to. I think I just, because talking to you guys today, I think I've realized what that is. So that is what I need to work on, not so much the worry that I don't get it done. Yeah,
well,
thank you.
and, and Beth says, I feel as though it's fear of your own
Oh.
creativity, like the fool stepping off the cliff. I clearly need to think more on this, but that's my gut.
Hmm.
I smell a really good point right there, Beth. I hadn't thought of that, and I got chills down my back. So, yeah, fear of your own power, the power of your creativity, the
Oh,
power of your being, the power of your existence as a person. Oh yeah, big time. Yes, thank you, Beth.
Mhm.
it's a
Illumination.
very, very interesting thing. Uh, um, so, okay, hang on. We did have a clarification from Pamela who said, I meant to type It's the brainstorm being like a firework. Then the question follows, how does that work? The fascination.
Yeah.
So the brainstorm goes poof.
Yeah.
And, the firework goes off. And then the questions that follow, how does that work, is the fascination. So being a reader, I get fascinated when a lot of people get similar-ish cards and
Oh,
readings.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that also goes back to the idea of one of the other things that we were talking about this backstage. By the way, we were talking about you all. Weren't. Because part of the spiritual lens of this question is the fascination, and this started the creativity conversations, is the divine, God, goddess, whatever, wants us to be creative because it's an expression of our own divinity.
It's worship.
It's and that's how it feels to me. So the fascination, when we give ourselves permission, it's prayer, it's connection,
Yeah.
it's union. Somebody had mentioned in the chat the flow. And Deborah, you were talking about you don't age, time stands still.
That's right.
It's so incredible. And it's for those who are able to get into that flow within whatever realm they work, be that science, numbers, the written word, paint, fabric, cooking, whatever. I encourage you to think about that as a connection to deity and the divinity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be very, very fascinating.
Yeah. Every stitch of prayer.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So I need to pause and take a sip.
I'll join you.
Yeah. By the way, I got a sticker on my
Oh, I love that.
So Jane the Seeker is here. You can get a sticker, Jane, or I can get you a sticker.
That's so cute.
So
You're so artistic.
well, thank you. What do you think about is there, there's the creative lens. You have to notice it, following that energy. I mean, seriously, how does fascination lead the way? Or are we done with this question and it's time to move on?
No, I'm not done with, well, sorry.
No.
I'm not done with it. I know that I spend a lot of time in readings that I do for people. I spend a lot of time relaying a message from the Akashic Records masters or from the guides or whoever to follow the joy, to search your joy. Because people want to know, am I on the path? What's my purpose? What's my path? Am I doing it right? Am I doing it at all? And the responses vary, of course, but there's this underlying follow your joy, you'll be on the path. Do what brings you joy, distinguishing between joy and happiness. But do what brings you joy, you will be on the path if you are doing what brings you joy. You are here to be joyful. Your life's purpose is to find joy in whatever. So to me, that's a very close correlation with fascination.
So following your joy doesn't necessarily bring you an income, though. And so to understand that I needed to live a life of creativity. And so I needed to, and it wasn't hard for me to do this at all, but I lowered my expectation of wealth building during my wealth building years because I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. And to do that, you'd explore it a lot. Right. And I wanted to be a psychic advisor and all of that stuff, and building your own business. It would be a small business, not a big business. And so all of that takes time and I love it. It's my joy. But as far as, except for certain situations, you have to prepare for the lean times.
Yes.
And so because my fascination, my joy does not provide a big income. So if you're creating an expectation of getting a big windfall, this is my greatest painting I've ever done, and it can go here and there. You can paint the greatest painting, but all the things, the months and months of it getting curated and getting it valued and getting it reviewed and getting it on the stage at Christie's, and I mean all of that, you're not making any money.
No.
So it's, but there are people who are have a fascination of building wealth, which is lovely. Like 8 life paths, 4 life paths. They're very interested in building systems, not just paintings, but systems. Now, those people who are fascinated with coding or the numbers or all that stuff, that is a medium that could, I think, I'm not educated on that, could go big, because you create an app and I guess make $1 million. I don't know. I don't know how that goes, but fascination is for everyone, not just us creative types. That visual creativity.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what that looked like for me. Most of my life, I did clerical accounting jobs. Okay, they don't pay much, and my creativity, my artistic life, such as it is, was on my own time. There was, making the money to feed my family and look after my family, and then the time for myself. And when I was working, there wasn't a lot of it, but I managed to go to choir every week for like 20 years, and that created a lot of joy for me. Kept me going.
What you've just
we find our way. We find our way without necessarily saying, I'm going to be a famous painter, or I'm going to be a painter and make my living by painting or writing or whatever. Yeah. I was satisfied with less than that.
Yeah.
There's something important about what we're saying is, yes, we have to exist in this world.
Yes.
There's also an importance of having the 3D experience and having the spiritual experience. So I think for me, without anything that I find fascinating, it's one-sided, it's lopsided. There's not the breeze that comes through and ruffles my feathers or moves the leaves in the trees that makes me go, ah. And that fascination is different for every single person. And yes, and I like what Beth said. As a parent who has 2 children who have followed their artistic bliss, as it were, it does require letting go of your fears for them.
Yes.
And holding space for them and encouraging them. And when they bounce up against something they don't understand, you hold space and you help them figure it out. And Timmy did say, my creativity became more productive once I became honest with myself about what I really wanted.
Yes.
Really important. Integrity. Yeah.
And here's a change though. I mean, here's a struggle. Many of us don't know what that is. We may not know what that is. There's that moment of, I don't know. I mean, kids in elementary school are like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because everything you're going to do is going to be around that. Well, hell, I don't know. I am uncertain at this time what I want to be when I grow up. And by the way, that's an acceptable answer.
Yeah.
So, okay. And I'm still trying to find my balance of that in my 60s. I'm a life path 3, which is all about creative expression.
And creative expression, meaning it's a visual art, but it's also communication. So one thing that you may consider is there's 2 types of creativity. There's there's ones that we do as a service, or paint a picture and here you buy it, paint a picture, here you buy it. Or there is evergreen, which is like books, courses, things like that, where you create once and then you move into the creativity of marketing that. And so putting your thoughts all in one spot that people can purchase. So that's how you can do it. But when you say you're still trying to, you're trying to balance it in your life, I think not having enough time for the muse is what we come down to figure out. And so if you're having a hard time finding the balance, entertain the thought that you may want to create something once, and then put that on the market. What do you think, Linda?
Yeah, I think that's excellent. You don't have, it's a much more manageable type of, I mean, manageable in this world kind of creativity, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
How does fascination lead the way? We have to make room for it.
Yeah, to lead the way.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we have to make room. We have to normalize staring off into space, putting our digital devices down, and having that 7 of Cups moment in the tarot.
Yeah.
So what are all of the things that are possible? Having, doing that, choosing your own adventure. What could this look like? So,
and understand that creative people, especially the 3 life path we just talked about, so there are a lot of creative people do all their work in their head prior to putting it down. So when you were a kid, your parents might have given you books about procrastination or books about time management and stuff like that. They're not seeing the creative part of you. It says you're doing a lot of the work prior to to putting it down. But once you get it down on paper, the wheel or the fabric, then it's done. It's perfect. The edit is nearly done. Do you find that?
Oh, if it were that true. I'm a fascinator. I am fascinated by the process of creating.
Yeah.
Which in and of itself is fascinating, and it's a lot of fun. Some people like that.
Yeah.
When I do creativity shows, when I show people my process is different than everyone else's. So being willing to share that process, and I want to do more of that. I think people want to see me play more with fabric.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk about it. My challenge is how can I activate the right side of my brain, the creative side of my brain, while being able to articulate it. That's a challenge.
Oh, that's when voiceovers come over.
Yeah.
Voiceovers.
Yeah. Beth said, fear is the devil card to fascination's happy fool.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So, what blocks fascination? And everybody in chat who is watching, or if you're watching the playback, what blocks your fascination? I'm very curious about this. So, what is it that blocks fascination? I mean, and I thank you, Tim. Thank you. He said my back card is very cool.
It is very cool. He's right.
What was that? I missed it.
Oh, wait a minute. Go ahead. Your fabric art is.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yep. Bedevilments.
I
I'm writing that word down.
like that. We'll take that.
And Beth, honest answer, fear.
Fear of not getting it right the first time. Because you're
Fear of
not
not
getting
being
it right
good.
the first time.
Yeah.
What was that, Linda?
Fear of not being good enough. Fear of not being heard. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of, oh God, you just name it. I have them all.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't care. I'm old enough now that the fear of what other people will say has no power over me. I don't really care anymore. Like,
Right.
really, say whatever. Yeah, sure. Say whatever you want. I don't care anymore. And that's very freeing. And it's also, there's a lot of things that come with age, I have discovered, that are extraordinarily freeing for women specifically. And fear is Beth, my big fear now is not being able to pay the bills, but my creativity has nothing to do with that because I'm on a pension. So, I don't have any of that anymore. But judgment and failure, fail. Well, you know what I do? I tend to think of things that I try. When I try something new, I think of it as an experiment. I say, I'm going to do an experiment with this fabric to see if I can make this, what will it look like if I make it like this? And then it's an experiment. It's not a failure. It's a learning experience. That's a trick for my brain. Okay.
Okay, the idea of fear has really lit up the chat. I actually think, Debra, Linda, maybe we have a creativity conversation about fear.
Yeah.
So, Red Dragon said, my oldest son is a daydreamer. He knew he wanted to teach martial arts and dropped out of college and fully embraced his dream. After teaching and acquiring his black belt, he opened up a dojo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. And
good for him.
Most of all, most of the things I'm truly fascinated by aren't subjects I'd discuss with most people anyway.
And that's the thing. I think the fear part is we need our tribe. We need our people. This is what holds our chat together. And but in our real lives, mom, dad, uncle, and kids, and ex-husband, husband, whoever's around you, we might need their support someday. And so we need to remain in favor of them. We need to consider their needs. And I'm not saying be a slave to anybody, but what I'm saying is that we need to keep them in mind. If they need us, we need to, there's a reciprocity there just in case. That's just for survival. So when you're sitting here looking from the outside in, like you're doing nothing, you've achieved nothing for the whole day, but you've had a very rich creative day. That kind of fear is thinking, oh gosh, if I look like I'm having a good time doing nothing, they're going to judge me on that. And I don't know if that's conscious, but they're being misunderstood.
Yep.
True.
There is a lot about fear and in The Artist Way by Julia Cameron.
I should reread that.
It's a fascinating book. It's a fascinating book, everybody.
But there's also one, Art in Fear. I read that and I just love what it says about fear and art. Yeah, you'd like that book.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. It's great. And Maru, do I need to send you a copy of that? I could make that happen. So
mostly fear, yeah.
Mostly fear. Debra, what about you? What blocks fascination for you?
Well, nothing much, because I live an odd life. I've created a very odd life. And I have found myself apologizing for my odd life, or trying to explain it, but I can't, and I just don't have time for it. And it is because I have discovered that for me to fulfill what all that I want to do, I need, I can't have a partner. I can't have people in my house. Can't have roommates. So I just need my own space.
Mhm.
And so I am. It takes a very unique person to befriend me and stay in. Because the first thing I say to anybody is, "I'm going to offend you. Stick with me long enough, I will offend you because I need my own time. I have my quirks, and I don't have family, which is a blessing in many ways. I'm sorry, but I'm delighted in this." And so many people look at me and say, "Oh, you poor dear. Nowhere to go on Christmas? Oh my gosh." And I'm thinking, "Oh my God, color me happy." But I'm just odd that way. So I
Mhm.
built a life like that. And I give up very little for
Well, and see, that's also goes back to what Maru said about being misunderstood. People may not understand you, and your world is different than mine. I can tell you, you appear to be happy.
oh yeah.
You energetically appear happy.
Mhm.
That's good for me. Whatever you're doing,
Yeah.
keep doing it. Keep doing
Yes.
it. So,
Thank you.
um, one of the things, and I shared, one of the things that um, blocks fascination for me is that idea of is as if I have an idea, I need to do something with it.
Oh yeah.
I have to do something with it. I am a gatherer. I'm a life path 9. I have all of the things and all of the things, all of the things everywhere. And if I have a thing in my mind, I need to do something with it. So
Oh.
fascination with it, it goes, well, suddenly now I go, well, what am I going to do with that? How am I going to do that? So part of it for me is if I don't do something with it, it sits there and it becomes RAM in a computer. So it's taking the energy away from these are open loops in the getting things done mentality. So then I don't have a safe place to gather it, and I don't go through my stuff. I don't sort my stacks. So
Hmm. You
so
need an effective storage solution.
well, and here's the thing.
No, I'm serious. I'm
No,
not.
I
I'm
believe
not
you,
being
but
sarcastic.
here's my thing. I can't tell you how many effective storage solutions I've tried to implement. I just don't follow through with them because
I think
it's fun.
some of that is if it's out of sight, you may forget you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyhow, so I think
yeah.
I want to be really honest with that. Is part of it is ooh cool. I mean, hashtag overachiever. I've written all this stuff down just from this show.
Oh wow.
4 of these things are actionable. Do we do something
Wow.
with them now or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gerald's going to Office Depot right now. Go ahead, Linda.
You know what's interesting to me about this is how much this parallels the big idea, right? The
What's that?
ideas float around waiting for somebody
Oh, the big
somewhere to
magic.
land, okay? And then it lands and you either do something with it or you don't. Big magic. Thank you. That's the name of
Yeah.
the and
Oh.
the ideas that that is a absolutely fabulous book. Everybody, if you're interested at all in creativity, go buy it, read it, keep it under your pillow, pick it up first thing in the morning, whatever, read it. It is
And it is one of the
absolutely,
inspirations for the creativity conference.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, and it fascination and creativity clearly are mm, deeply connected for me, you
Hmm.
know. I'm trying to think of the last time I was ever fascinated by a totally abstract idea, and nothing's coming to mind. I think I'm just fascinated by what?
I have one. You just shared it with me.
What?
The word enthrall and the word fascination.
Okay.
You were talking about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Okay.
I mean,
Well, yeah, okay, all right. That was, I would see, I would call that interesting. I would call that something, an interesting little rabbit hole to go down. It's not strong enough for me to call it fascination. Okay.
well,
Fascination is something I cannot resist.
what's the difference between curiosity
Yeah.
and fascination?
Yes, that's something I'm curious. You're absolutely right. It's something I'm curious about and I'd like to explore. And I'll probably go down an interesting rabbit hole when I do, and that'll be fun. Fascination is a more powerful for me in my heart. It's more powerful. It's something that I'm like, oh, where's that gourd? Who's baking bread? you know?
I'm with you on that one. Absolutely. Because, yeah, curiosity comes first, fascination. Well,
Yeah.
so curiosity is the firecracker and fascination is the match, I think.
Yeah. And then, maybe my curiosity will lead to fascination. That's possible, you know, just something shiny down the road. Oh, look, go see what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great. So we are almost at an hour. Are you okay to go on a little bit more?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit longer.
Okay, because here's a key thing. The idea of cultivating fascination as a practice. When we think about this, what are ways that we can cultivate the practice of being fascinated?
Okay.
I I mean, and what are the ways to do that? I have some that are written down. Would you like me to share them?
Yes.
Yes.
We can make rituals and tools and playful prompts that become part of our everyday life.
Yeah.
Some of you may remember I did glimmer globes. We were capturing glimmers and appreciating those. You could do, a fascination journal. Ooh, isn't that an interesting thing? Is it fascination? Is it curiosity? Don't limit yourself. Just write something down.
Figure it out later.
Well, yeah, figure it out. Um, the idea of making it okay to sit and wonder and to go, what is going back to that first idea? What's captured? What's got my eye? What am I seeing that's curious? What is it? It's like what's drawing my attention right now? Is it frog ponds? Is it sourdough bread? Is it painting toenails? I don't know. I mean, just follow it a little bit. It's part of that idea in the artist way, where
Mhm.
you set yourself an artist date once a week. You actually do something, you plan for it, and it's called planned spontaneity. You do something just for the fascination aspect of it. What do you do?
Oh, wow.
I got my guests thinking, and it's like that. Also, that idea, answer the question: what happens if dot dot dot? And then the other idea is like going, what's I mean, what's alive for me right now? Ooh, cool. Now, do you want to add anything before I go off on my other part of the tangent?
You go. You go.
Yeah.
Okay, my guests do not know I'm going to do this, but if you're stuck, the idea of pulling like a tarot card can
Oh,
be a
yeah.
great way to it can do that.
Yeah.
I also have recently purchased a book. Deborah's going to kill me. It's called When Life Takes You Off Your Happy.
Oh my
Look at her.
goodness.
She's
Thank
like, look,
you.
Gerald, why are you doing that? Because
Thank you.
it's a genuine thing, because I got the print copy and it's got
Yes.
bonus section.
Bonus.
And cultivating fascination is as a practice is in the back of this book. After the great and amazing stories that are told, it's like there's okay, how do you do this? What might be some things that could work for you? If you ever feel like this person, try this, try
Right.
that. And lots, I mean, okay, here. Deborah does not know that I'm doing that. So,
Thank you so much.
And neither does Linda.
Sweet. How sweet.
and so, you know, it's like this much of the book is, as it's so eloquently said, very cool bonus stuff.
Yeah.
Find your way back to happy. Find your way back to the fascination.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are lots of tools that are out there to help you be fast, to explore that. And I've got a whole list of those. Maybe I'll do my own show talking about what are some of the tools that are available. So, okay, what are your thoughts, both of you, about cultivating fascination as a practice? Yeah.
I have made an arrangement with God that when I ask for new information, I get it. So it's just pulling a tarot card would be fun to try, but I daydream. I think about things. I have set up my life to where I don't even have my phone ring for fear it'll interrupt something wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an agreement with, like I said in the beginning, I'm always looking for new ways to understand spirit. And the practical ways are, the tarot and numerology and all of that stuff, and then the other stuff. But I love your prompted ways, because like in the book, if someone wants to write a story about a planet that's not in our solar system, if a kid wants to do that, or or a person wants to try their hand at it, there are prompts in there that can help you get on the bandwagon, and then it's almost like your vibration raises, and then God just comes and grabs you. That's how I do. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Linda, what are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about how we plunk all kinds of things into spiritual practice, right? We practice gratitude. We practice compassion. And I'm just so. To me, this is like fascination as a practice. That's being open. That's being willing to see what the world around you has and be inspired by it. The inspiration that leads to fascination, the curiosity, the inspiration that could potentially, or maybe not, maybe it'll fizzle out, but it could potentially lead to fascination. So those are all yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Fascination is the spark of the soul whispering, this way.
Well, see, I would say it's curiosity or interest that are that is like the soul going, ooh, look at that, it's shiny. I wonder what it's.
I love the way you think.
Well, it's honestly, just call me Crow. And then you go, oh yeah, I got to pick it up and look at it and go, oh my God, this is so interesting. Look at this. Okay, but it's for me. It starts with being curious about it because it's shiny for some reason. It shines for me.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, opening up your eyeballs. Thanks, Timmy. That's exactly right. Is being open and aware of the world around you and allowing it to inform you and change you.
Well, and yeah, I also think this idea of it's like, we have to remember it's okay with stillness and pondering. It's not meant to be solely to be good consumers in a capitalist machine. The idea is we have to normalize having a sense of curiosity and wonder and fascination, um, unplugging, putting this down, turning it off. I know, because how else am I going to hear the spark of the soul whispering this way?
Yeah.
I personally struggle with that. I'm always got things going on.
Yeah. But if you didn't have things going on, you'd feel you were lazy.
No,
I'm
Not
talking to
necessarily.
Gerald. Oh, really?
Not
You-
necessarily.
That's
I
not.
wouldn't feel lazy if I didn't have stuff going on. I'd feel like, okay, what's next?
Okay. All right. Good.
What trouble can I get? Well, not what trouble can I get into? Yeah, maybe.
Yes. What
Yeah.
trouble can Linda get us into? We know
Uh-huh.
that.
Oh,
Well, I
right.
think-
Me,
but
I'm just a sweet, innocent old grandma. So for me, it's not like this is half of the source. This is half of the source of the fascination that I come across. Okay, the fascination that it half of it comes from conversations with other people. It comes from seeing stuff on YouTube or on Reddit or somewhere.
Oh,
It's it's not like it's a bad thing. Ancient aliens is pretty fascinating. Hell yes. Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
It opens doors.
well,
And where is the immigration office? I want to know right now.
I
And
will. Go
how do I
ahead.
get a visa? So yeah.
I want to go back to Deborah. You were saying part of it for me is I have figured out how to not pick up the fascination. I have figured out how to. I have figured out how to purposefully miss the fascination so I do not add it to my list.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I was in a.
Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, because you got to get work done, though. I mean, you really do. I understand that completely. That's what I do with my book writing and stuff. Even though my side gig came in,
Yeah.
I understand that totally.
I can see that now.
Yeah. I mean, and it's, there, I've said it out loud. People are going, come for me, YouTube. It's okay. But, I have figured out how to go, nope, not picking that one up.
Good for you.
Not picking that one up. Do I feel bad about it? Sometimes, because guess what? My dance card is pretty full for this lifetime and maybe the next two.
Yeah.
So
see, I write them down or I make a note of it, and then maybe I'll come back to it, and maybe I won't. But I know that there's a record of it somewhere, so it's not lost.
Oh, I understand that.
You know, so I don't necessarily feel like I have to do something about. Well, okay, yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I see yarn, and I absolutely have to have it because I know exactly what it wants to be, and
And I am an acquirer.
Yeah.
I acquire things.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need somebody to find you something, I am the person you call. I will track it down. I am a manifester.
I love that.
That guy. If you need that, I cannot manifest you. I cannot find you $1 million tax-free, non-sequential bills, nothing higher than a 50. So don't ask. So it's okay.
That's so funny.
Oh, excellent point. Look at what Maru says.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like choosing which YouTube video is
That's interesting.
Interesting, and which one is, and which is useful.
Yeah.
And by the way, both of those reasons to watch a YouTube channel are valid.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So we're not judging. I mean, well, I'm not judging.
No,
No,
me
I'm not,
neither.
I mean, if I were judging, I would totally be judging out loud, and I would be looking at myself in a mirror. But the other thing to that is judging does not allow fascination to thrive or to exist. And unused creativity metastasizes.
Festers.
It festers, it turns into anger, resentment, disappointment. So in order to heal, we actually have to do that thing where we go, okay, let's get rid of that poison that is hurting us. Let's cut that out, then clean things out, and then gently, very gently, allow ourselves to heal in the different way.
Mhm.
And that's a challenge. That goes back to that idea of using of cultivating the fascination as a practice.
Mhm.
So
Wow, we covered a lot of ground.
yes, we have.
You're amazing. You're such a good interviewer.
Oh, well, thank you. Do either of you have something you would like to share before we finish up?
This has been fascinating.
It has been.
Sorry, somebody had to say it, and I decided it would be me.
Yeah, this is very fascinating.
Yes.
Well, the book that you would recommend is Big Magic. Is that what it is?
Big
Big
magic.
magic.
Big
Yes.
Magic. And mine is Art and Fear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big Magic talks about fear and creativity as well. And I find it a really useful discussion, very helpful to me personally.
Yeah, yeah. There was a line in there saying, describing the creative process is like Dorothy trying to describe the land of Oz to Auntie M.
Yes.
Oh.
If you haven't been there.
Right. Right. So I thought that was good. So
yeah,
I really appreciate this time with you. And thanks for pulling out my book.
Well, yeah, and purchase responsibly, know your limits. It really does have a whole lot of great suggestions and prompts and exercises just to go, yeah, okay. So
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so I want to thank you all for joining us in this dance with fascination. We hope something tugged at your imagination, nudged your curiosity, or reminded you that the next step in your creative path doesn't need to be practical, just true. Follow the shimmer, follow the question, follow the fascination, and let us know what's calling you now.
Yes, absolutely. Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Bye.